throughout the course of my education, I attached myself and aligned myself with coaches, with friends, with family who filled me with a sense of belief, of confidence, of excitement, of enjoyment, which is one of the great keys to life. My history is I'm a Blackburn boy. I brought up in a household of teachers. My father captained England in the 1960s and then coached England in the 1980s. So I basically had a rugby ball in my cot. I had a school, I went to boarding school, sent away to school when I was 8 years old. I felt as though I was being punished, but it was a decision taken to try and improve my education. I attached myself to a variety of teachers. I think everyone does. There are those teachers who you're just not quite sure about, but they're delivering the subject to you, but you don't have an affinity with. And then there are those teachers who inspire you. I was doing my education, I was going to school, then on a Tuesday and Thursday night I'd go down my rugby club and play on a Saturday. It was a vocation, it was fun. And that's basically how I got into rugby. But what I'd like to focus on really is to talk about the building blocks that took a pretty average team that we were, ranked number 10 in the world, battered by most sides. So a chap called Clive Woodward, who on the 1st of September 1997, when we were rubbish, put on a flip chart, we're going to win the World Cup. He had to create an environment whereby you could go from a good person to a great person, from a good team to a great team. And we had a very simple mission statement: create an environment of elitism, excellence, trust and fun. And those incredible goals that when your teacher might tell you, you think are unachievable, when they are broken down, they are very, very simple goals. And it was that ability to break down what seemed like he was telling us to climb Everest, to win a World Cup, impossible. We can't beat New Zealand. To get 90% in scrums, absolutely. What? You mean if I do that, and that, we can win a World Cup? Bingo. Light bulb moment. On we go. Well, we created our own rules, and the beauty of it was we wrote our own rules. By writing our own rules and by signing your name at the bottom, you sign up to the charter. What are your rules about life? Who's your buddy? Who can get you through it? You're not on your own. The ability to find help and support in and around you can make that difference between a 59%er and a 60%er. And then finally, think correctly under pressure. If we can control the controllables, i.e. what we're doing, then it doesn't matter what the opposition are doing. Then it doesn't matter what appears in front of you in terms of the severity of the questions. The harder you practice, the luckier you'll get. Hard work is done when no one's watching. When it's dark, when it's miserable, when it's wet, and when you're tired, and when you can't be bothered. That's when you win a World Cup. That's when you pass your exams.
When you were in year 11, did you think you were going to be like an international rugby player?
No, no chance. I did rugby because it gave me a balance to my life. Did I consider giving up? Many times. But I just loved doing it. And I wasn't going to take people telling me that I couldn't do it.
You're on the pitch and you won the World Cup. How do you feel at that moment?
Just that special feeling of achieving what you'd set out to do. Whatever your challenge it is you set yourself, when you achieve your goals, there's nothing like it. It's what gets you up in the morning. It's what gets the buzz. It's what gets you excited about life. I tried to just give a brief history of my schooling, my education, the challenges I'd had, and then tried to then talk about the World Cup and the context of the World Cup in terms of being doubted, in terms of losing big games, getting back on the horse, keep trying, how did we improve ourselves? And I think a lot of those lessons can be used by any age group in any sort of sport or skill set.
To me personally, Will was one of the best speakers I've ever heard, and he just, it gives the students someone who they can look up to, a role model they can look up to.
Just never give up, just keep going, just striving, keep grafting, and you never know what can happen.
I found it very uplifting that he went training before his training. That meant that he really wanted what he was going for, and in the end he actually got it.
It's just so amazing to see him and be in the same room as him because he's achieved so much and you just want to be like him.
They can relate it back to themselves, and I just think it inspires the students to carry on with their dreams and where they want to go.
I think it's a great initiative, and it's just trying to get across that enthusiasm that if you grasp life, if you grasp school, the world can really open up to you.